It's time.
There's a
It's time. We're doing
Is it now?
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing the Yu-Gi-Oh
We're doing
ripoff.
I did not hit the stream button this time. We're good.
That's a good show.
I did the correct button.
Wouldn't be
Yeah,
the
I missed
first
the part where
time.
you
So
said
it
No.
won't be the last time.
No. All right. It's a thing. I'm introducing a fun little thing. All right. You have no idea this was coming, but I've been playing this for weeks.
Okay.
We were at the con, and I was in the corner thinking of this little thing the whole time.
On TikTok, yeah.
You have until the end of the episode to take a photo of you petting a cat. Well, you better figure out how to kidnap him or something.
Well, give me just a second. I'll be right back.
And if you do, you have until the end of the episode. If you do, you get put on a wheel. And this wheel will give you something very good for the last episode of the season. The reason I'm doing this is we're halfway through.
Got it.
This is Missy. You got to send it to me. Send me a photo of a cat being pet. Discord.
She doesn't look very happy, but I promise you she was excited.
Well, you kneel down and just pat its head while you're taking a photo. Yeah, just go pet the cat. I need a photo of you petting a cat. That's all I need.
There's my little Stinky getting petted.
Okay. Yeah, you'll get put on a wheel at the end of the season, and it'll get you a cool. It'll do a thing. But you're only on the wheel if you can get a photo of your cat getting a pet.
Is Durg away doing that right now?
I have no idea. Like I said, you have until
Is
the
Pokemon
end
more
of the
important
episode.
than petting your cat?
There's a platypus controlling me. He's underneath the table. We're doing it live.
Wulfryk is dying.
Yep, that's me.
Oh.
Where were you?
I don't know, where was I?
Were you getting a picture of your cat?
I might have been.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see all these photos. This is just a ploy for me getting photos of you petting cats. No,
I'm ecstatic. I'm
took
ecstatic to share
two.
more photos of my Stinky. I love her.
I appreciate the more photos. No.
One of them me petting is very clear. One of them is fun.
Eventually,
I love this picture, love.
my phone would just be filled with cat photos.
My cat's not in here.
Look at his nose.
He was licking his nose.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Originally, I was going to be
get?
like, the cat needs to be in your lap, but that's when I was like, well, these need to be in the video, so that's probably not best.
Yeah. Gretel doesn't sit in my lap. She loafs on my
Send
chest.
it where?
We all did it.
know if my
That's
cat
the
will let me
reason I
hold
was
her
like,
and
maybe it
take a
has to be
picture.
on the lap because it's a lot harder to go like kidnap it or something. But again, I was like, I don't know.
So
that-
I can just go pet the
I
cat
mean,
and come
that's
back?
the thing. I could have
Okay.
kidnapped him, but he was like on his way outside, and I was like,
Oh, she's really excited right now. She's playing.
All right. So once I get that photo, I'll add them to a wheel, and then we'll spin. I know what you're getting. It's a very cool thing. It'll help. Like I said, we're mid-season. We're halfway
Once I
through season
finish
2.
this Pokemon battle,
We've done it.
I don't want to
We
think
did it,
about how
Reddit.
much time has passed.
It's been 6 months.
Well, I just found out about the cat
We
pit
have
in
6
mid-battle.
months
So
into 2025. If we
I
do
just
this
won the
again,
sixth
we'll
house
be
in
in
the tribe unwarned.
2026.
No, I don't like it.
And we will officially be old. We will
There's a
officially
platypus
have
controlling
graduated
me.
high
You
school
need to
10
say
years
that.
ago. And that
Speak
makes
for
us
yourself,
old.
old man.
Yeah. Grandma over here.
I gotta. Do I get bonus points for more pictures?
I like how
Oh,
even
I could just hold the button. I could just hold the button down on my phone and give her a bunch of scratches.
we hijack Wulfryk's their Discord.
What's his tongue doing?
I know we did.
Look, mine's just
Yo.
cooler. I'm sorry.
You know you got to put these in the episode now, right?
Hold on. This isn't me petting them, but I'm gonna send you something about my cat. I think.
Love, your cat looks so nonplussed to be
I
touched.
was gonna say the lap would be kind of hard for me. She doesn't like to
I
sit
just
on my
walked
lap
up and
all
did
the
it.
time.
She's just
she
got
was
this
she
face
looked
like,
so
what are you
happy
doing?
after I had started walking
Okay,
back.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna find my cat.
Or like after I had gotten the picture, like when I put my phone away. I think she just doesn't like my phone.
No, Parker's the same way. Well, you know, if I had active access to free cocaine, basically, I'd sleep with my head on it too.
It's more like free marijuana, honestly.
Oh, it's hard to see. I'll do it anyway. How do I download? Okay, and then Discord, the thing, the whispers, the text of the whispers. There we go. Whispering text. So, little backstory to this video I'm sending you. That's kind of hard to tell, but it's a video that I'm sending you. My cat a while ago got a little too close, or purposely got too close to a bird's nest.
Uh-oh.
And it's, you know how cats famously
I
have
got the
like
cat.
not great long-term memory?
I pictured the cat.
My cat
Hang on.
is so confused to why now this one bird for months now is terrorizing my cat. Yeah. Yeah, my cat is just on the porch.
Yeah, I
and this
know. I
bird's
made
like,
the Discord server.
You can
for
find me.
this.
You
We
can
never
find me.
use
You
it.
can find me. It's been the same bird. This one
Is it a
bird.
corvid?
My mom was like, exactly. My cat does
What type
not
of bird is
remember
it?
making this bird mad, but the bird remembers because they have excellent long-term memory.
Could you pull out your book of your shitty book of birds and tell me what bird it is?
Oh, I'd have to actually see the bird like up close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I see it happen in front of me, I'll make sure to look at the bird. But when it's not doing this, it sits in that one tree in our yard and just screams at him.
My cat was sleeping.
Like,
on
when
Is
my
it a very
phone.
shrill voice or is it a very
Scratching
pretty
thing.
voice?
Oh, it's very shrill.
Okay, so it's probably a corvid. In which case, yes, a corvid has a really long fucking term memory.
Yeah.
They have really good memories.
Yeah,
they
I don't know
remember
if it
shit.
has any-
Yeah, so my cat just walks out like, yes, I would like to eat some grass. And talk to my friends, and this bird's just in the tray. Ah! Ah!
Yeah, I assure you, it's a corvid of some sort.
And it's been months. I kid you not, it's been months. The bird will be quiet. My cat will step outside and the bird flies over to this tree just to yell at him. And then, like in this video, sometimes it gets so mad it actually starts dive bombing him. And my cat's just like, what's going on? I don't get it.
What happened?
What
have I
do?
done?
Sorry, I just chugged an entire Gatorade. Oh, thirsty. All right. Wheel of names.
Wheel of Fortune.
No, that did come up though.
That's copyright.
All right, we're gonna do
can't
this real
that.
quick. We got a E. We got a.
Oh, I didn't see the cat
We
there
got a
until I made the video bigger.
Take it.
Spin. Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
the wheel loves
cat's
me.
just
The
like,
wheel
what the
does
heck
love
is it?
you. This is why we stopped using the wheel. I bring it back in. And it's like Wulfryk.
I am the chosen one.
The
The favorite child.
Well, I appreciate the photos of the cats. I'm sure the audience does too.
It's hard to see the bird through the
all right,
screen.
Pull out my sticky notes, make a note. Season 2 end. Huh? Wulfryk. Oh, they tried thinking
You
outside
still
the
got
box.
you still got a few days. You could probably put that off.
I will keep what this win is a secret, but it is written down, and you will find out later what this was. Well, it was Wulfryk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember what you
all
did.
shitting on it because this is why we stopped using the wheel, and the moment I bring it back in, Wulfryk wins again. So, well, that was fun. Welcome,
favorite princess.
welcome to Collecting Dust podcast.
Thank goodness what's not on the game wheel? Yeah. You want to run back exactly the words you said?
Game wheel? What? Oh
Okay.
yeah, this
Just making
bitch
sure
over
I
here.
heard.
This for this Pride Month, Wulfryk transitioned.
Yeah,
Just for this Pride.
Just for the month.
Just
Don't worry.
for the month.
Uh,
How did it take you this long? Are we not?
Look.
Audience, look at the
Everybody
color
in
of the
this
character on
podcast
the
is
screen.
either an egg or out.
thing
So
no one-
you know.
Look
the same
at
letter.
look at the character Wulfryk uses on screen and tell me that they never
Okay,
knew it.
if you're gonna go off of any design detail, there are so many more obvious than the eyelashes.
The eyelashes, the eyes, the colors, blue,
Are we
white,
going
and
off
pink.
of Pixar transvestigating? Is that what we're doing at this point?
Yes, we are.
I didn't know I was on Pix 4chan.
And we're gonna figure out how you
litter
fit in
box after
the
this.
42 movie long lore.
My mother informed me that there's cat poop
The
practically
great
hanging
lore.
out
What's
of
the
litter
lore
box.
called? Pixar lore. There's a lore
cleaned
that
it on
all the
Monday.
movies are the Pixar theory. All the
I
movies take
clean
place
it
in the
every
same
other
world.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I want to know who won.
The Super Carlin.
Oh,
Brothers.
you must have said that
used
when
to
my
watch
mother
them.
came in.
Are they
and was talking
still
to me,
making
'cause I did not
things?
hear.
Are they still? Oh, better help ad at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I
Well,
forgot
damn.
about that
Good
meme.
thing I don't watch them anymore. They do. They're still
Thank
making
goodness
things.
she's not on my game wheel. Otherwise,
Better help. Damn.
you're not on my
Damn.
game
Better
wheel.
help yourself.
Oh,
It was such a great comedic genius.
yeah, I can. That might be an announcement. I said, thank goodness her name.
There's a couple of things we could talk about today. There's a couple.
That's what I said.
But first, actually, I'm just gonna hijack it already. I'm deciding. We're gonna go over the fantasy critic real quick.
It's just for this month. Don't worry.
Did you like what I did?
I'm going to lose.
I did a funny change. This season I basically wasted a drop. No, I can't drop Fable because you locked it.
Yeah. I actually feel bad because I didn't know that counterpicking something would make me lose points if it did well.
What did you counterpick?
It doesn't.
Night Rain.
It
The
doesn't make
hips?
you lose
Yeah, it
points.
does.
Does it?
I have -10 because I counterpicked Night Rain.
Oh shit!
You
Oh
locked me into something amazing.
damn!
Yeah.
It does minus.
Oh,
10.
is it actually confirmed? Do we have a release date?
Yes. So you better hope
Yeah.
that game runs like
What?
trash. Well, even if it is selling, it's gonna fucking get 7 out of 10 at least. I saw.
Is it going to be on the Switch too? I thought it was going to be on both.
It's going to be on Switch 2.
Oh,
because it's playable on Switch 2 because it's a Switch 1 game.
I forgot about that.
It's one of those. It's officially a Switch 1 game, but there's going to be an upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got. Oh yeah, so a while ago I dropped a certain game for Tony
Great
Hawk's Pro
segue
Skater.
to our sponsor, BetterHelp.
This game is a game I want to do well called Arc Raiders. And it's looking more and more like that game's coming out this year. To the point where there are rumors that it could shadow drop as early as 2 days from now. 2 days from recording. So after I did that, I bought a bunch of other games. I was like, well, all of these will probably get me a good amount of points. I dropped one of them and I re-got Arc Raiders. I re-grabbed it. So if any of you would like to steal the Five Nights at Freddy's game coming out within a couple weeks, feel free. I don't have it anymore.
I'm thinking about dropping the Wolverine game.
On Fable?
Yeah, that's not coming out this year. That's not.
Oh, I thought you meant wasted a slot.
I didn't pick it until later. That's why.
What?
It's one of the games I bid on.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I did. I have Arc Raiders again.
I mean, I locked her into the Pokemon game that's now coming out.
Who has Doom?
Yes.
Love has like all of the really good games.
85 critics so far, 15 points. Those are the two things I really wanted to look at. I forgot about Elden Ring coming out.
It's going to be on the Switch too.
80 points or 80 score, so 10 points minus 10
I
for
would assume.
Eelayne.
You know, what can I say? I'm nothing if not competitive.
It's only an 80 because no one can report the bugs. Yeah, I think all of us counterpicked bad, or all.
You were talking about
All of us counterpicked good games, but they're all either coming out excellent or just not at all.
I remember. Yep.
I counterpicked explicitly because I figured it wouldn't come out. I bet on a joke said by one of the developers.
Yeah, they did.
As a joke, though, they said that they would not release the game while a certain person was in a certain position. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go off of that and just that.
Well, you're forgetting the quote. It's not that they weren't going to. It's that they didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before he was reinstated, they were like, "Wow, thank God he's not in charge." And then immediately last January, I was like, "Well, shit, he's in charge."
Sure, counterpick that.
So yeah, two counter picks led to nothing. Yours and mine.
Oh.
Mine was calculated. It led to someone not getting points.
Yeah.
Which is better than
And
them getting points.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, them not getting points. That could be good. It could also not really change anything. But it's the fact that they can't drop it to get different points. It's the lock that really fucks you over.
Knight does. They're ahead of me now.
So the only game we're waiting on then is Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon.
It's the only counterpick we're waiting on.
Yeah. Yeah, because the two of them aren't coming out, and one, it's a game people like.
I just wanted to lock it in because I was thinking this game was either going to be great or terrible, and there's no in between.
It turns out.
So on the off.
It turns out there wasn't in between, and it found it.
Well, yeah,
because a lot of people aren't really, even more than their other games, this one asks a specific thing from its audience. And the audience that is willing to love it. But there's a lot of other people who's like, this is just a weird game.
Because it's a Soulsborne that is.
Listen,
made for
Rockstar said this year, and then they said no. So
from the ground up, it's made to be multiplayer.
Yeah. I bet you're happy with that Doom pick.
Well, that
you got a lot of points. 72. Damn.
Probably be there.
Yeah. Is Fragpunk slowly going down? He's at 4 now. And I'm pretty sure last episode we were like, wasn't it at a 6? I'm pretty sure it's slowly. The more people review Fragpunk, they're like, what is this? Ew. It looks cool. It doesn't sound cool. It doesn't play cool. I'm agreeing. It looked cool. Listen, as long as you don't lose 4 points in the next 5 months.
Yep.
I don't know. You got some good games coming up. You got some good game. Dispatch. I don't know if you know this, but Dispatch recently got a play test from a couple YouTubers, and basically all of them said this game is a lot deeper because there's actually a bit of a milsim to it. So nerds are really liking it now. Yeah. I don't know why I said milsim. That's the wrong sim. But it does have I'm forgetting the type of sim it has. But I'm forgetting even. But it's deeper than just choose your path type of game it looks, is what I'm trying to say. There's a second level to it that no one was expecting. Yeah. Yeah, apparently that is that there's an actual like depth to that everyone was like, oh shit, I like this. So I'm expecting that game to hit too. I honestly am expecting all of your. Well, I don't know much about Hell Is Us. That's just I don't know.
Last podcast we were tied.
Wulfryk. I'm afraid that Wulfryk has oops all bangers.
5.
What can I say?
3. That one, is that one coming out this year?
Yesterday.
I mean, I'm sure people think it is, but like, I don't know.
Do you know what this teaches us all though?
Huh?
Listen, it looked
Adult
cool.
me has significantly better taste in video games than kid me did.
I don't think that's true.
We could use that as a segue.
Did I say that? I said it looked cool.
That's a good segue to our sponsor, BetterHelp.
Here's hoping.
Oh shit! Death Stranding's about to come out. Oh, Wulfryk, you're just racking up the points. That comes out.
Watch it fall off later on when it just turns out. I'm hoping what happens is one of the like indie ass games I grab just turns out to be like a 10 out of 10 banger.
I mean, there's that chance. I'm holding on to Big Walk. I am not giving Big Walk up. If that game comes out this year,
that game will be the only 100 out of 100. It'll be amazing.
The thing is if you drop Big Walk, I'm grabbing it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah.
What sim are you talking?
If you drop it, there's no getting it back.
All right. We got to talk about something else. What would you?
You're telling the superheroes where to go.
I had a list. Yeah, we are. We're only 25 minutes in. Shit, I had a conversation queued up and I forgot it. My brain. No, it was just more of a conversation.
It looks again. This is the boat where it looks cool. So.
You hear about Fair Games?
We'll
I don't know. We'll go with that.
No.
Do you even know what that is? No. You sweet summer children. Fairgames is another Sony live service game. And this one, just like Concord, came out, or the trailer came out, everyone said no. So it's lost its director, who worked on like Fairgames. It is about stealing things. It is a heist game. All one word. So that's the thing that does not write anymore. They removed the $sign as an S. That's not canon anymore. Yes, and this game's still not out. They are afraid.
Why do they keep like shadow dropping video games?
Well,
or shadow not dropping?
Shadow not
Shadow.
Just shadowing.
Shadowing.
So that's the thing. 2 years ago, the S was a $sign. A couple weeks ago, we learned that they dropped that $sign. It is just an S. It's just Fairgames. The important thing to note is, even more than Concord, at least like multiplayer heist games aren't like a dime a dozen. And the one that the newest one from everyone's favorite franchise, Payday, pissed everyone off. So this game could find an audience. It's not like Concord, where it's just like, this game is doomed.
That's fine.
But it's still like, it's one of those things where at least Payday is like, for the most part, you're in banks and stuff, right? But even then, it's like, it's a smaller studio. They're just making a game out of, a thing a lot of people might even just fantasize to do because it'd be cool. This one is a lot more, you're breaking into rich people's houses.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the little guy is stealing rich people things. The problem is it's made by Sony. So everyone is like, what are you doing?
You're encouraging a behavior you would significantly not benefit from.
Yeah.
But video games don't cause crime. Not typically.
No. Yeah,
It reminds me that some crimes are fun, though.
It does. Yeah. It's just fun.
Me
it's
playing
like,
Skyrim Stealth Archer, being just like, man, I wish bandits were real.
It just comes off as desperate as Sony being like, hey, yeah, see, we understand how hard it is.
Oh,
it's like, shut the
Oh,
fuck
you didn't
up.
say the games was a $sign.
I don't know. There's not much to say about it because none of you have even heard of it.
This trailer was posted 2 years ago.
It turns out it's really hard to have a conversation when only 1/4 knows what the fuck's going on.
No, we could
Well,
have
to
a
be fair,
conversation.
if
I'll
they
just
knew how
pretend I know what
to
you're talking about.
advertise,
That's funny.
like if they knew how to, I don't know, actually advertise,
Well,
then
see,
maybe.
that's the thing. This game's not coming out yet. I don't even think it's officially ready to
Watching
release.
the trailers, see
It's
if I
just
remember
like 2
this.
years ago they had that one direct where it's like, we've got Fairgames, we've got Concord, we've got Marathon. Like, it was one of the worst state of plays ever, and it was all these games.
Okay, so we've got a game that nobody's heard of that isn't coming out yet, a game that nobody heard of that came out and died, and a game that some people were excited for, and then people decided, one, it actually is missing something. We don't know what, but something. And also, oops, just stole a bunch of our assets. My bad.
Yeah, a game that no one wanted so much that it died, a game that no one wanted that is probably going to die, and a game that is currently fighting for its life because people were kind of interested in it, and then oops, turns out Bungie hasn't changed and they're still kind of a bunch of terrible people.
Yeah.
Oops poopsie. And then
Oh
Arc
man,
Raiders
we
is over there.
didn't know. The guy who, made all those assets left, looks over and sees that all of the people on the current design team have been following this person for 5 years.
So yeah, that's the funny thing. I was going to say it makes sense why some of them would be following, because having a vision board is fine. Having artists that you look up to and like, this is what we're going for is fine. But there's no way that all of you love this artist and they're vision so much that you didn't see the exact same shit come up and you go, no, wait a minute. You're following them. You know what's even funny? That artist, I forget their name, their ad or anything. If I remember, I'll try to put them in the description. I'll probably forget, but I'll try. What's funny is they even have they even do music, and their music sounds like
I've watched
their
this
music.
trailer. I don't remember
Like,
this being announced.
no.
yeah, like it's not literally ripped, but it's like, okay, now like this entire game is built off the back of this one artist that you just didn't hire. It's you know what my favorite part about all that is? A lot of people were like, this is fake, you're faking it, and but one major proof came out. This is why you always do this. You know how dictionary companies will put a fake word in the dictionary?
Yep.
And it'll even say like, this is a fake word, this is just for copyright use. So if it's that fake word is seen in another dictionary, you know it was copied.
Mm-hmm.
Do something similar. In their design, there is a minimalist loss. And that is in Marathon.
Yep.
You can
Wait,
find,
really?
Yep, loss from their design is in Marathon. There's just loss. And that was the smoking gun of like they loss. Really. Side by side, the exact same loss in the exact same spot. It's like, okay. No, they really bungled.
Yeah. They really bungled it.
Yeah. It's so bad. Even their meme got in, and no one noticed. Yeah. Whoa, well, like, I don't know what else to talk about. It's so last time there was just no news. This time there's so much news that I just don't know what to talk about. We got more Switch stuff. We just had a Sony State of Play. We've got Xbox coming up. Between this episode and the next episode, episode 38, basically all of Key 3 will have happened. People hate that term, but I love it because it's cringe. Key 3 is happening.
What's Key 3?
So, you know how E3 used to be a thing? Yeah. You remember remember E3? And then it died. But over time, a certain man named Jeff Keighley has come in and started doing like Summer Games Fest and stuff. And now around Summer Games Fest, like the PlayStation thing's happening, the Nintendo thing's happening. Even Xbox has one coming up in 4 days. So now the idea is just like he kind of saved it. So now instead of E3, it's Key 3 after his name Keighley. So it's
understandable.
I see people like, I will personally kill anyone who calls it Key 3. And I'm like, I'm exclusively calling it Key 3. You are welcome. It is cringe. I love it. So yeah, that's happening. So it's more like there's so much shit going on that I don't really know what to talk about. There's not that one thing. I don't think like how would it have been? Yeah, I guarantee.
I don't know why it was going to be open world in the first place. It's such a weird.
So here's the thing. It's open world in the way that Need for Speeds are, or the older ones, like the ones we played, where it's like, it's all the roads are connected, but when you actually do a race, like a track is secretly embedded in the streets of America. So they just lock everything off, and that's your racetrack, right? It's
Makes
that,
sense.
but
So it's not Burnout, is what you're saying.
No, it is much more of like Most Wanted, where when you're in a race, it's no longer open world. There's the track. It's just the track is hidden in the roads when it is open world. You know, you have to know that where the track is to know where it is. But like, so like I knew that they were very explicit during their last showcase that that's what it was. But I also wonder, based on you telling me, is that like there's a desert area with a few roads and there's a bunch of open spaces.
Oh, I think.
Do they not let you just drive into the desert? I'm curious. I Like, I knew of the road thing, and that was my exact thought was, oh, it's like older Need for Speeds. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm curious to know how it's that or less. I'm curious. Wulfryk, you got anything to talk about?
I would say yes, but I don't know. Trailmakers had an update.
What is it?
They got a 2.0 update, so there's like
I
an
heard
actual
the Mario Kart game is
like a new
open
story
world as they
mode with
advertised.
actual story stuff, like where you gotta unlock things.
I'm in I don't know why I'm doing a tour back. I'm sorry. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
They
but
changed the
apparently it's
menu
not.
layout, so instead of
I
it
don't
being
mean
that,
to.
like when you're in the build menu, it's not on the bottom of the screen anymore. It's a thing on the side that pops open with tabs. I don't know how to feel about it yet.
huh?
They're
New
finally going to be
weapons.
updating Oblivion Remastered. You guys might be pleased to know, and fixing a bunch of bugs.
Leave the bugs.
I
Well,
agree.
so okay, some of them were good to fix, like Savley and Matthias not wanting to go into the like the quest breaking bugs specifically.
Yes, that one hit me. That is true. That would fix that.
Most of the patch notes, because they've released what patch notes are going to be coming. The way they're doing it is also really cool because they're releasing it as a Steam beta. And if people don't like the Steam beta, you can just keep it as that original update.
Okay.
And then once it's released on Steam, then it will release to consoles.
So
for console players, you're kind of SOL when the update hits if you don't like it, but for like for
I've
Steam
just
players, you
read
could just
that it's
use the
not
beta
what
system.
They said it was.
do they do the patch notes cool or not?
They're pretty clear in what they do. I don't know what you mean by cool.
Well,
but they are in pretty clear speech.
I like that. I hate it when a game company's just like, we fixed many issues, and that's the line.
Yeah,
it's like,
various bugs.
I want you to tell me that
out
when a
bugs
character sat on a chair, this quest died for no reason. I want to know that was a thing, and I want to know it was fixed.
It makes me think of the Sims 3 patch notes being just absolutely insane.
You can no
like
longer make baby with the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Characters will no longer try to have sex on different floors.
Yeah. There is also a tuned-in issue so that characters now vomit at acceptable levels. But yeah,
children will no longer stay in school while on fire.
Yeah, no. The children will no longer be forced to attend class while on fire. But there's also the in Oblivion Remastered, among the glitches that's being addressed, one of them is one that I've been dealing with a lot, and it's been the reason I've been avoiding certain pieces of equipment, which is that the chameleon effect hasn't been removing itself properly. And if you don't know, that's like the partial invisibility.
Yes.
So that's a really good effect to have on certain builds, but there are some characters where it's just literally like, if you put this, like the Ring of Khajiit, for example, that gives you 30% chameleon. If you put that on and take it off, sometimes you just stay invisible. Or even worse, the problem that I had, which was as a Khajiit, the fur on my character's face would remain invisible perpetually, even when reloading. It wouldn't solve it. I reloaded to saves before putting on the Ring of Khajiit, and it was still like that. Yeah. So that character is just like that now.
I can tell.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're only half listening.
Mm-hmm. Was it a girl? Damn. Couldn't be me. Oh, oh. Don't let them listen to this one.
Don't sleep with a fan, man.
This one is rough. Well, it ain't. What is it? What is it? Tell me. I bet I remember. I know our own content.
We would know who said it at the very
is-
least, probably. Oh, I'm still boycotting Nestle, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still committed on that.
There's a lot of jokes like that. Season 1, there was like, can we have -5 points for Nestle?
Yeah. Nestle?
Yeah.
MILF bait?
Yeah.
That's a Dusty statement, I think.
Oh, most definitely.
Is that about me?
Ass. Yeah, I remember these, but I don't know what episode. Those all just seem, those could be in any episode.
They
Yeah.
really could.
We could be talking about that last one, especially. We could be talking about a car. We could be talking about someone's custom character. Like, I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, it might have been talking about your Argonian.
Maybe
Well, you know.
it's possible. Possible. Picked a random. Well, hello.
Sorry, that was my
listener.
reaction from only partially listening to that.
Fancy
Hello.
is gay.
Vegeta broke the game. Visual glitch.
Fancy.
Just a
Face
little
hair
bit.
gone.
Fancy. Look me in the eyes. Promise me.
I'm
Promise
responding
me.
to a message.
You're
okay, I'm sorry.
not gonna.
Yeah,
Promise me you're not gonna transition.
that's the new fan of the
Okay.
podcast.
We're
told you
we're
about.
losing.
I
I was
Me and
counting
Dirk
on
had
No,
to swap
guys,
teams.
you're fine.
The teams had to be rebalanced.
The
I don't
teams
know
got auto
what
balance.
episode they're
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
on.
They only do that once a match.
They have been
She's telling me a bunch of
auto-balanced
jokes and things we
too
said
far
that I don't
in the other
remember,
direction. Let me
so-
tell you what I was thinking about
me
it.
give you an
I'm pretty
example.
sure that even if I open it up to not just
Yeah,
friends, but like just
backtrack
people I consider myself acquaintances with, I think I know more trans people than I
Apparently,
don't now.
we talked about boycotting Nestle.
Why
at
are
some
you in a?
point.
You're in a. You're like in a can now.
Yeah, you are.
Like, you know, like there's that joke about Grindr where you used to have the map where you'd see all the red dots
There's the
of
quote, "MILF bait."
anyone on Grindr, and the joke was like one day someone's going to have
Yeah.
done something, and all the red dots will slowly converge
Bad from
on
the
them.
front, decent from the side, best from the
And I
back.
feel like that's what's happening with me.
I don't know.
Just slowly, it's like, oh,
I
I'm just looking around. There's
don't know
trans
who
people
said
everywhere.
it.
This is what happened.
That's all the quotes I got.
A lot of people didn't like themselves. A lot of people are like, no, this isn't me. I'm going over there. Step over the line. Couldn't be me.
I'm stepping on up to the plate,
Stepping
meeting
on
my
up to the
fate,
plate.
walking straight out into the lion's den.
So that's.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I was just talking about how I know more trans people than I don't at this point. And there's a lion's den.
You don't play Persona.
Oh. Poor
Could have been.
poor
I don't know.
persona.
She didn't tell me where she was starting at.
I don't need a persona. I have a fursona. Thank you very much.
No.
So basically a stand. Yeah.
Well, what?
Panzer Dragoon Orta.
Where's your metaphorical eyes that I can
Wulfryk,
look at?
Yeah,
lead the conversation. Have the reins. It's your
Whoa.
game.
boy.
I
So,
looked right at my webcam when I said
I'm
that.
gee,
gonna
guys, do you think I like
I'm
dragons?
gonna go to bed. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Unlike you
Wow.
yahoos, I actually made it to the end.
I played when I got home tonight. I played more.
Yeah?
I still only got to chapter 4.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it.
That's
sorry.
better than some
No,
in this
I'll-
call who will not
I'll
be
take
named.
it.
At least
You made it
I'm joking.
almost halfway.
at
How far
almost
did you get
halfway.
actually? No. Chapter 4?
So-
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Look, I beat it 1.5 times. Love got to the very end.
I got to the very end and realized I would have to go back if I wanted to beat the boss without wanting to rip my hair
Well,
out.
I think it would just be difficult, but it would be doable. You'd just need a little more health and to not
Yeah.
get hit by anything else. Anywho, final boss is bitch
It's in the
anyway.
water.
It's fine. So, yeah, this game, I still like it. I'm gonna be completely real.
I started to
didn't
like
end
it
up-
a lot more when I stopped having so much trouble.
I didn't end up taking a lot of notes, but I hope you know that I titled my notes "Bone Dragon Go Re."
I just titled my notes Glidewing Gang.
I couldn't think of a name, so I just
You
ended up
never
using
see
a
it
joke that I kept saying while playing it. So I named mine Dragon's Dogma 2 or something. I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
I did write Panzerfaust Oral, but you know.
All right, we're
No.
we're on the dregs right
Good job.
now. We need to.
That works.
Of course.
Well, I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah, I only took one note, and it's just I love this game.
I took 6. I only got to 4, and I took 6 notes.
Well,
I've
okay.
heard the
so-
extent of my notes already.
Here's the thing. For me, I couldn't think of a lot to specifically notate, while playing it because it's not a game where I'm thinking a heavy amount. I'm just sitting there going lights and colors and dragon. Oh yes.
Lights.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What?
Yeah,
what
that
are you
sounds
talking
right.
about?
Yeah, it's
Me and cars.
Chapter 4.
It's dragons, something I love,
Oh, the
combined
lights
with
and
all the
colors.
overstimulation I could ever want out of a bullet hell.
What's
It's either
what's
4 or
that
5.
TikTok where it's the the lights and colors. It's fuck my brain.
I love that you bring up TikToks so much and never like you
Yeah, well,
you
see, this is the thing.
actively
I saw this thing
avoided
2
it.
weeks ago. I guarantee it's 4 years old. Shit. I sometimes
Brother watches YouTube shorts.
Yeah, sometimes I get bored and I just watch YouTube shorts and I just give the slop. The slop is put on my plate and I enjoy it for about 30 seconds. I scroll for a bit. I'm like, wow.
I'm surprised
I'm
you still
good.
have an attention span considering your condition.
My condition?
ADHD.
Yeah, it just kind of screams.
Well, egg too, I guess. That would have been a funny gag.
Why am I egg now? Not
Well, we have to make egg jokes about somebody, and you drew the shortest straw.
I disagree.
You disagree? Who's closer?
Oh.
Who is closest? Delta.
What about Name Blizzard Orson?
Honestly, I don't know.
Would you love and support Delta
Of course.
if he came out?
Of course I would. I would. I just feel like the red dots are closing in more, but I would still. I would love and cherish. Yes.
I'm sensing a however. The way you phrased that sentence.
No, there's no however. I love them. I will cherish. Thank you.
I love that we went back to this.
I was right about Wulfryk. Even on an earlier episode, we were talking about this, and even then, I was like, of Fancy and I would say it's me. I would say I'm the closest. No, just because I'm the closest doesn't mean I actually have any need to do that. You're forgetting that I can look in the mirror and feel good about myself some days and be like, damn, I'm hot.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
you
Sounds
know,
about right.
lad, I hate to tell you, I'm kidding.
I think you're the egg now. Dang.
Anywho.
We gotta
Yeah.
spread the social.
Mechanically, I don't know if there's like a lot to talk about the game. Because
Yeah.
I was gonna
pretty
say
much.
you've got so
You sometimes change wings.
Well,
but
there's-
once you
no,
switch
we
to
got
glide
this.
wing,
We
you
got-
never need to change again.
There's
Until
different
the final boss.
attacks.
I'm
I even
getting
found
there.
those.
You're the
do
closest
use
to
the normal
taking
move
a
by
attack
any
button than
chance?
I am.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
you
the
can.
problem.
Okay,
What?
okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard. So, core mechanically of the game, there are 3 dragon forms. You got base wing, heavy wing, glide wing.
Based wing.
Base wing, so with base wing and heavy wing, mechanically they're the most similar. And then,
I'm gonna have to Photoshop base wing with the Chad face on it now. And yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Silence.
look,
Damn. Comedic genius, I know. You don't have to be so loud with your laughter.
look, I'm exhausted
I can tell.
because I
just didn't feel
made
like
a
giving you
mistake
that victory.
yesterday. So a mistake that kept me up until 5:30
I
in
need
the
to
morning. We're
transition
fine.
into being funny.
Oh,
Why don't
my
you transition
goodness.
into getting some bitches?
I have serious self-loathing.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You can keep talking over.
Wulfryk, I'm sorry.
No.
We
You
always
go
talk
ahead.
over women in this show.
I know.
So you know you've transitioned correctly.
So damn.
We're ready
You
for you.
waggle the stick and hold the button.
Are you?
No more.
I
Because
am.
immediately as soon as I said something, you interrupted me again to tell me.
There was a solid 2 second of nothing. I thought you
I-
died.
Not with the one
I said, and immediately got talked over.
No, I used the glide wing.
You're acting like this is abnormal for us, though.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You're
Yeah.
forgetting that most of the hosts here are on a
I
spectrum
tried
somewhere.
so hard. Sorry.
Most? I
Holy shit!
That was
I
kind of out of
expecting-
nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
I mean, it's also a spectrum.
It's a spectrum. No,
It
you're
is a
right.
spectrum. I guess
It's
you're
just-
right. True.
I did say a spectrum somewhere. I did leave it open for literally any spectrum. You could have said I'm blue, and that would have been a spectrum.
When you said spectrum, I was thinking the autism spectrum. So
That's what I was going for.
I mean, yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, I leaned forward.
Anyway,
anyway,
3 dragon forms that you can alternate between at any point in the game. Base wing has... So base wing and heavy wing both have a lock-on laser-based projectile where you just hold the button, swing your targeting reticle around, it'll lock little circles on everything, and then you release the button, shoots out a bunch of lasers. Heavy wing has less of those lasers, but they're more powerful.
Oh, I would like them to finish a sentence.
And then base wing or glide wing lacks those lasers altogether, but has a fully automatic
Says
like
the
the
woman.
pistol fire that you have if you just tap the button with the other two. This is really good for dealing with tiny ads and the shitload of destructible projectiles coming your way. If it looks like it'll hurt you, then you can probably shoot it. And you should. So, the game kind of wants you to flip between the 3, use them as needed. But I think we can all fairly safely say we kind of found one and stuck with it as much as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have depression.
So then there's the boost and brake mechanic, which allows you to... I know it seems like a dodge at first, but you find out around the end of the second level that it's actually like a movement mechanic that lets you navigate in front of and behind and beside certain enemies and bosses.
Yes.
You have the triggers to quickly rotate your camera, snapping it to one of the 4 directions. And yeah, I mean that's kind of the default of the game. There's Glide Wing and Base Wing have a like the dash mechanic. They actually have access to it. Heavy Wing doesn't. No dashing for the big fat one. They can all level up.
Same.
When they level up, their form changes slightly until you get to like level 4 or 5, where they're almost unrecognizable from where they started, but also cool as hell. I think there's the ultimates, I guess. Base Wing gets like a laser barrage that auto locks onto everything. Glide Wing gets a bunch of ghosts that do just ass damage. They're bad. They're so
once
bad.
you hit level 4, it's actually pretty good damage.
Once you hit level 4, they're doing damage equivalent to Heavy Wing's level 2 ultimate. So
how do you get to level 4?
So when you kill some enemies, usually ones that are either they're a little out of the way or ones that are harder to kill that can run away faster, those ones will typically drop these little DNA things that'll float towards you. And when you get a certain...
Is that the blue thing?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know they were DNA things. I'm going to say something that's probably going to offend you a little bit. But I legitimately, when I noticed I got one, I was like, why did I get the Call of Duty Mobile extra weapon XP? That's legit what I mean, and that was gone. So all I saw was like a blue card. I was like, what? What did I get?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and that's one of those things of like, I didn't have any good way to like tell you guys how to do it aside from just kill everything you can. Because even then there's still like things that I don't know where all of them are, but there's theoretically enough to get all of your dragons, probably, to max level by the final boss.
I had one dragon at level 4 and everything else level 1. No, my heavy
your heavy wing
2.
was level 2.
Yeah. I was all in on that glide wing because they're so fun.
I do some of the dragons just auto level up?
No.
So that's funny. That means I accidentally switched to one of the other dragons as I got one because somehow they're all the same level.
Yeah. Well, so what it is
You're
like
supposed to swap often. I just
when
didn't.
you
they're all level 2.
Nice. No, it's good to be balanced because what is it?
The final boss kind of wants you to have all of them, I think.
Oh no, it's not even that. If you just have base wing and glide wing, then you're golden for the final boss. I mean, not even maxed out. If you just have them both at like level 3, then chef's kiss. Honestly, like, so the game, wants you to switch between them just because glide wing is good for adds and projectiles. Base wing is good for just generally dealing with a lot of shit, and heavy wing does good boss damage. But you lean towards your favorites. I basically didn't touch Base Wing, which, messed me up a little later on, I think it's chapter 5 or 6. When you're running. Yeah, so that's kind of the mechanical side of it. The boss fights are fine. The first one's a little rough.
The first one?
A lot of people get foiled by the big giant missiles.
The what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The airship was really.
You're
easy
laughing,
when I
but
figured out that
two of the
dusty
people
tech of not moving genuinely just works. If
You're laughing,
moving,
but two of
it's
the
actually
people
easier.
in this room got stuck on that one for quite a few attempts.
Yeah, we were moving, and apparently that's the wrong thing to do. If you play it like you just can't move.
That's how I was playing the game.
Yeah, unironically, the airship was really easy when I stopped moving.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it only moved when the game made me. Yeah, I didn't start having difficulty problems until level 2. And then I was suffering.
The centipedes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The centipedes is when I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going on easy.
Fair.
I tried so hard.
I mean, doing it on normal is cool, but I wanna. Love made it to the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. To be fair, Fancy's game imploded,
Yeah.
and I'm just.
I mean,
an
that's
idiot.
just bad luck on his part.
And yeah, we got. I'm just a moron. I don't have an excuse besides that. I'm just bad at the game. I have skill issue. Firmly accepted skissue. I firmly grasp the skissue. And I shake it like a doll.
Yeah. So the funniest thing for me is, like, generally speaking, like, I legit was able to just kind of smoothly get through the game. It wasn't until
The left to right ones.
what is it? It wasn't until the first time I actually died in the game. Love, you'll know this part. After the giant Buddha statue boss thing, the group of dragon mares that you gotta fight right afterwards? Yeah. That's like the same boss fight?
Mm-hmm.
That's,
yeah, so if you die there...
If you die there, you have to fight the statue again, yeah.
Yeah. I got really lucky in that fight and just kind of used Glidewing the whole way against them, and even though it took a long time, I got them.
Based wing. All the way.
The Buddha statue was kind of BS, though.
I liked the secondary attack.
I did it on normal.
No, the base wing has this. I mean, yeah, it is a. I mean,
Are you talking about the balls or the lasers?
I don't know.
Well, my game decided
it is a lock-on, but it allows it's like Red Dead Redemption. You can highlight many targets.
Yeah, that's the primary fire of base and heavy wing.
Yeah.
That's the dragon. By the way, fun fact, the reason the dragon can do that in game, it's a artificial organ. It's called a bioluminary oscillator. Put those big words in your dictionary.
Bioluminary oscillator.
Yeah.
The final boss has one too.
So it's an organ that shakes a light around.
Firmly grasp it.
Kind of.
I mean,
it's like a refraction chamber that focuses it.
I can make one of those. Opens up those puts glow in the dark scorpions in a blender. Here's my bioluminary oscillator.
Okay. I mean, Does anyone have anything else to say about the game specifically, or shall I go over the plot?
Could I just talk about how, after having fought the final boss, the players are bullshit to fight. If that's how fighting it seems, because the final boss has like the same thing, and you have to like lock onto the lasers to shoot them out of the air when they're coming at you.
Yup.
Which means as Glidewing, I was completely unable to do that. There was actually no way. So.
Oh
no, even if I did,
you need
he's
lasers
big
to
enough.
meet the lasers.
Yeah, he's
what
big
it
enough
is-
that he covers up the hitboxes, so
Ow.
you
Yeah.
actually need the lock-ons.
Yeah. The final boss gets as close
Lock
to
on.
creating a dragon as the Empire's been
You
able
have
to.
your shoot your
And
gun,
so it's
and then you have the
actually
lock-on.
got your weapon, that lock-on laser thing, and so you're fighting it, and you just hear, and these lasers all come at you. You're like, oh
Yes.
shit!
That's the dragon.
He also sometimes phases into the wall and shoots a laser at you from the wall,
Yeah.
where you can't target him, but he
Uh,
can target you.
Oh,
So- let's see. Okay. Plot then. You play as undetermined
name for my
age,
penis.
somewhere late teens, early adulthood.
Fiona.
Female, human-ish, named Orta. By the way, this game is the 4th game in a series. It's just the time gap is so big, you don't actually need to know anything about the previous games. The world is basically post-apocalyptic. Humans are stuck trying to survive in a world where absolutely everything, all the living creatures, aside from the humans, are mutated offspring of bioorganic weapons that were created by an ancient empire. Orta's living in this tower, doesn't know what the hell's going on. She's basically been living in a concrete box for her entire life.
Fiona.
The Empire shows up. It's got these things called dragon mares,
Stop
which are
holding the
like
button for 2
artificial, ugly, shitty dragons.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like the TIE fighters of dragons. They are. They're easy to shoot down. They're not particularly powerful. They're ugly. Mass-produced. They are mass-produced. You learn that later on. You gotta go inside like a big carrier ship, and they're just growing them in there on these hanging things. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, you can destroy them all.
You should.
Destroy the jails.
But yeah, so they show up, blast open a hole in the wall. They're gonna kill you because the Empire's like, yeah, this lady is like a super weapon that we need to destroy. They think she is. We're getting to that. Then the Dragon of Destruction shows up, and it's so for a long while now. There's been one dragon basically, that has continually reincarnated kind of. It dies, leaves an egg behind, a new one is born. And it's been like the dragon of the protagonists through all the games. A lot of people, there's not a huge amount of confirmation, but people are pretty sure that this dragon is a part of that continuity. It shows up, rescues her, you fly away, fight a big airship thing. You're about to get ambushed by a bunch of the dragon mares, and a bat shows up. He's a weird-ass looking android. He's crazy looking. He's got
I can't believe
Big
they made a bad guy.
Princess View.
big gap in his stomach. He's weird. I don't like him. He shows up and he's like, "Hello, I'm a drone. You kind of are too. Let's get out of here." And then she leaves. You end up... She's just kind of wandering at this point, so you end up in like a forest jungle thing. You see these worm rider guys flying around harassing the local fauna, trying to get food. The local
they
fauna
mass
decides to
produced?
attack you. So,
Okay.
you know. They you decide to help them, I guess. Same goal, same enemies. You get through it, fight some giant centipedes, fight this giant floating turtle flower thing with a bunch of plant tendrils and gas sacks that explode. Yeah. You fight that, then the worm rider guy that's been helping you looks over at you and goes, "Hey, wait a minute. You're an Imperial. I don't like Imperials. Because you're not riding a worm, and as far as anyone in the world is aware, the only people with anything dragon adjacent... Really? The only people with anything dragon adjacent is the Empire. And that's a no-go. His name is Mobo. He ends up...
3 wives, and he's green.
Yeah. He's... The green, I'm pretty sure, is body paint. Because no one else is green. But...
We also have no frame of reference, though.
It's true. He ends up attacking you. You whoop his ass. And then he goes, "Oh, hey, wait a minute. Actually, you're totally flying something different. You're clearly not an Imperial. My B." And then he leads you back to his village, which is on the back of, like, this giant... It's like... It's a... You know, like those fish where they're super flat and both their eyes are on the top? Yeah, it's like that, but shaped like a graham cracker and on land. And they build their whole city on this thing's back, kind of living there. The elder of the village welcomes you. He's like, "Man, you are super depressed and angry. What's up?" And your character just goes, "Yeah, I've only just encountered the entire world, and all of it's tried to kill me. So I'm not doing too great."
Not super
And
chuffed on this real world thing.
And Mobo just goes, "Oh, you can be my wife. That'd probably make you happy." And even the village elder laughs this fucker out of the cutscene.
Yeah, he doesn't come back after that, does he?
No, the cutscene ends after the laughter, basically. Like,
Testicles?
the village elder laughs at him so hard,
He's
the
like, your
scene
3
ends.
wives would disagree with that.
Yeah, so you end up staying with them for, I think it's like a week, basically, getting attached to being alive and a part of a community, and then the Empire attacks. And you gotta do a really cool mission where you fly through an entire fleet, and, like, you're changing angles and shooting down these airships. It's such a hype mission.
Sorry, that was an
It is
accident.
really cool.
Imagine,
Also,
like,
Mobo fucking dies, I think.
funny enough, no.
Does he not? I thought he did.
No, he comes back. He's stubborn.
I know he gets shot down.
Yeah, so you're going along, and this Buddha statue thing on top of a ship, like, starts moving, and it looks over, and it just literally lasers him out of the sky with a giant laser. And Orta's like, "Mobo!" And then she turns around, and you get to destroy the whole fucking ship. It's great. You get attacked by dragon mares, shoot them down, one of them goes to kamikaze you, and then a bad shows up and stops that. He takes you to an ancient facility, where he's like, "Hey, this is our history."
Face.
You go
You're
through...
forgetting the you can't kill a simple creature part.
Oh, yeah.
Flounder?
And a bad's an asshole. He takes you to this ancient facility, lets you go into cyberspace. You learn a bunch of messages that were left behind, and one specifically left for you. And then a bad goes, "Great, now that you're in cyberspace and we're, like, linked up, I need you to have drone babies." And Orta goes, "Yeah, I really don't want to do that, actually.
I disagree, in fact.
And then a bad goes, cool, 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 cool. Then I'm just
if I took
going
your
to
body?
take your body. And then you have to fight him in cyberspace. And then you come out of cyberspace after you beat him. But you didn't actually beat him. What else is...
He also makes the funniest moan sounds as he's getting hit. I wasn't the only one who was thinking that when shooting
No,
a
they're-
bad. He's like going, oh, as
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Yeah, so you fight him off, you end up escaping, you go to the capital, and you destroy the big ship thing that is an ancient relic that the Empire's been using to make the dragon mares called the Cradle. However, a bad shows up again, and right before the Cradle is destroyed, he creates as close to a dragon as you can really get, and that's the final boss. Well, correction, the final boss is like a sea urchin with these weird cube things floating around it, and then you destroy that, and that's actually the egg that his dragon thing was in. It looks like a liver, and then that hatches. You go into phase 2, and weird, everything is water cubed. It's weird. You can like go into the walls and the floor and the ceiling. And then after that, there's one more phase, but he's like literally disarmed at that point. Like you could have a sliver of health and still beat the final phase super easy. It's just bullying him practically.
I like bullying.
Yeah, after all the bullshit that he puts you through, you basically get to chase him around and shoot him until there's nothing left.
Hell yeah.
The dragon at that point, just from absolutely every bit of damage that it's incurred through the entire story, it succumbs to its wounds. And you land and it dies.
Aw.
But in the post-credits scene, it's revealed that the dragon left a baby dragon behind. And Orta gets to raise the baby dragon through a healed landscape, kind of. It's less blasted wasteland and more greenery. And that's the game.
Game.
Good game.
It most certainly is a game of all time. I don't know what my problem with this game was, but I had a problem. I'm an idiot and I'm stupid.
Yeah, both are true, but
Well, there you go.
would you care to explain?
No, I'm an idiot and I'm stupid, and I had problems with the game. It's just
should we
like
get into-
Star Wars, the Clone Wars, whatever the fuck on the PSP. That game is also just a wall. First level, I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, granted, you knew as much as the main character did in Panzer
true.
Dragoon, so...
But I did what the main character didn't dare to do, and that is give up.
True. takes a real amount of effort, that. Well, granted, it did take definitely swallowing my pride, because I was like, I'm going to play this on normal, because I want to see what the developer intended experience was, and then I became blasted with I don't have a user manual, like the developers intended I would have.
Yeah, you know what's funny is when you look on the website where I grabbed this, it says user manual required. I don't know if you knew that, but if you
Don't worry, you have me.
it does say that. It's like you need it.
Yeah.
I did not have.
Should we get into the ratings?
Sure. Let me pull them up real quick. Pods, the cast of the pods, podcast reviews.
Who's starting?
Wulfryk. Rate your game.
This is the episode where I get to talk the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the Spyro episode for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Oblivion episode for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all get one.
Rate this game. I'm not gonna do what you did with Spyro.
Okay, do it.
You know you want to. Is
You
it
know
not
you want to.
a 10 in your heart?
It is a game that I very much love.
Well, then give it the review of someone who loves it.
What do I have? What are my higher scores this
You have not given a 10.
No.
You have a 9 point. You have a couple 9.5s.
And those are?
Oblivion Remastered.
Yeah.
And, well, 2 new games. And Monster Hunter Wilds.
Boy, I wonder why those are 9.5.
And then after that, you have the original Oblivion as an 8.5. The Pokemon Coliseum as a 7. And then the games quickly start falling off the planet.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
Just like I love this game, and I don't know, like I don't know, like I've continually throughout the years come back to Oblivion. With this game, I love it to pieces, but I will play it, and then I will put it down, and I will not think about it for years, and then I will play it again.
This sounds like me with Thrillville. Like, I love Thrillville, but I need to play it like once every 4 years.
Yeah, well, and this game is very arcadey. There's not, like, unless I want to go through the entire Pandora's box with all the extra content and do the shit there. Once you've beaten the game once, there's nothing new to really experience. Like, there's the A and B paths that you can take, and so, sure, you've got 2 playthroughs of the game, typically, but after that, it's a 4-hour game.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
If
I
you're
spent more
cool.
than that on the first
I
4 levels.
Got to the final boss in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
I actually did
you're
do it in
smart
4
and
hours.
You know what you're
That makes
doing.
you cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else, what are you rating?
What do I have in the 6s?
Fair.
Pokemon Coliseum. That's
Do
your
I have
only
anything in the
6.
7s?
Dragon Age.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It's better than Coliseum, but Dragon Age I have too many fond memories of.
I don't know why I gave it a 6.7. That's not what you said.
Yeah, you might be acoustic.
Well, 6.7 is a cut length at work, and I cut nothing but that today. It's literally the...
Well, you know what? Make it a 6.7.
No.
So I can give you generational trauma.
No, it's fine. We have stupid... Listen, earlier she gave Fire Emblem an 8.7, so it, Darkest Dungeon has an 8.8. Bayonetta's a 9.4. Resident Evil's a 4.9. Just give it a 5. For some reason, that's the one. I was like, just
No,
give it a 5.
we round down here, so Resident Evil's actually a 4. Yeah.
I would like...
I couldn't in good heart
I
give it a 5
firmly
because I didn't
stand
get to
by
play it
my
that
0
far
in
because
that
of
game.
because of my controller issues.
What's funny is, Fancy, you also gave it a funny score.
6.9?
Yeah, you gave it an 8.7.
6, 7, 5, 3.
I gave it a 6.
Love, I heard that.
Yeah. But what that's funny is Eelayne has the correct score at a 4.9. Because a 4.9 and an 8.7 and a 6 and a 0 averages out to 4.9.
I am not changing my score. You can't make me. You would waterboard. You would have to waterboard me for several hours,
Fancy.
and even then, who knows?
What do you rate this game?
Oh.
American Dad meme. Dangerously, I love this game. I hate this game. Needle right between them. A 6. I don't know if I can rate it. I honestly don't. I feel shitty giving it a rating. I did nothing. I played nothing. I just screamed and cried. I just feel bad giving it a score that I
You should give it the score that I gave it.
I literally put hours into the game just to end up at the beginning of
Just
chapter
write
4.
NA.
I mean, you got halfway through the game.
That's not halfway.
4.
It's almost halfway.
It's almost halfway.
halfway.
That's
Don't
far
big
enough to
time
rate it.
rush me.
A big time your rush.
They have a song called.
No.
There's an episode where they're just constantly talking about how they're almost halfway there. And at the end of the episode, they're officially halfway there, and then they have a song about how they're halfway there.
Whoa, we're halfway.
Not that song.
Resident Evil?
I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a.
I don't remember this.
Right down the middle.
Well, I mean,
Well, it's 'cause
yeah,
you
I'll
gave
take.
us the
I
option to do
expected
stupid
much
numbers,
lower
so
scores
it's
from
fine.
all of you.
I honestly, I feel like saying it worse is dishonest, but anything higher is also me being dishonest. Like a 5 is it's just a game. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5, which means
Yeah.
the official collecting dust score for Panzer Dragoon 4. I'm saying 4.
When I wasn't pulling
It's
my hair out, it was kinda
6.425.
fun,
Most averages are like that.
If I didn't
We
have
only
to
have 2
restart
whole
or
numbers
attempt to restart,
as
I would've
averages
played more.
this season. That being a straight up 9 for Neon White and 6 for Pokemon Coliseum. Everything else is a point
Yeah,
something.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
What's Oblivion's?
Original or remaster?
Yeah.
The original is 7.375.
What do you mean?
And the remaster is
There you go.
9.375. It literally got 2 extra points. It
You
just
can't
was like,
opt out.
once the game looked modern, it was like, better. 2 extra points.
Unironically, that is
No.
one of the most common complaints about the original Oblivion is how ass it looks.
Yeah. Again, that was my main thing. I was like, I could see me enjoying this game. I could see if I grew up with this game, I would love it. But now it's just a little too ugly. And then like 2 weeks later, it's like, this game is amazing. 9 out of 10.
What?
All right. Fancy. What game are we playing? Spin the wheel. Okay.
What are you in a can?
They like being in a can. Leave them alone. For a
You
second,
were
you
for,
were.
like, a
I
second.
don't know why, but
Yeah.
you were. But we could understand you. It was just.
Yeah.
Yo, this is
Which-
this is a game that was on my list.
What platform is that on?
It's probably PS3 and Xbox.
I
360.
think it's PS. Oh no, it's probably early PS3. This is
Wow.
a High Moon Studios game, right? Yeah, this is before they were pussies and gave up. These games were supposed to be in lore with yeah. I've wanted to play these. I'm excited.
Oh fuck! If it wasn't $100 to get it physically, I could get it physically and play it.
People
on
like this
Xbox
game.
360. Yeah. Do we have?
Is it the first one?
It was on...
Yes.
Wait, is it the one that was on DS? Because I might have actually played this one. Oh shit!
Can we
played
play the
Decepticons
DS
version
one?
of this.
It's gonna be a completely different game.
I know.
Yeah,
I
from what I
know.
could see here, it was a completely different game. But I did play the DS version when I was a kid.
Yeah. I just gotta spin my handy dandy wheel because I have too many options.
I had the Decepticon one.
What game we playing? Okay. It's gonna be another emulator because I don't think anyone can get their hands on this game.
Is completely trashed. They took all of their other games
What?
out. It's just Call of Duty now.
I'm not
Good
a
old
can.
Transformers
thing-
War for Cybertron.
Since 2002, Hymu Studios has
War
been the
for
leader in game
Cybertron.
development, contributing to over 20
Anyway,
acclaimed titles.
it's
Their
gonna
games
be
that their 20 acclaimed
Transformers
titles:
War for
Modern Warfare
Cybertron.
2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6.
I don't. I
Yes,
think it was.
they also helped with
360 and
Destiny Forsaken.
PS3.
Destiny 2 Forsaken. I don't know if you knew that. On their website, they do say they made Transformers Fall of Cybertron, but it is not on the website. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong.
I think
I
so.
am wrong. I am so sorry. There's a button, and it did not look like a button. No, they're here. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, hi Moon.
Probably the
War for
Xbox.
Cybertron is
But
Well,
if you already have the PS3 one going, that's going to be easier.
see,
yeah.
the
Time to
thing
boot up
is
Haze
that
again.
is
it's 90,
that is a very
$4.95
difficult
on
question.
Amazon.
Uh,
360.
It seems,
because the answer is yesn't.
it seems like that whole generation is
The Google does say it was on the DS.
So, here's the thing.
No.
it says this game
We're
originally
not
came out
playing
on
the
PC.
DS one because if
I wonder
so,
if you
I
could-
would.
Wait. Hold on. Let me test something here.
I have both emulators. I can try to
Well,
see
yeah,
which
the
one
DS
runs it the
version
best.
was. You picked a side. There was War
I
for
would probably
Cybertron,
lean towards
Autobots,
the
and I think
PlayStation
there was a
one
Decepticon
is
one.
cool, but we have noted
Because the normal
more
game
than
has you
once that
switch
the
sides.
PlayStation one
If I
has
remember right.
some
several
issues.
times.
Nope, it is not on Steam.
It used to be. It was removed.
But yeah, War for Cybertron.
What? Why did it get removed?
Who knows? Games are removed all the time. But everyone on Reddit is upset that it was removed.
Wonder.
You can still find the community page for it. I am here. How's that?
Didn't they make the Deadpool game?
Wait. It's on my Abandonware.
And this Transformer.
Yep, that's where I was looking.
It's on my Abandonware. I'm just gonna get it here.
It's also on
Send me a link.
archive.org.
My Abandonware? This is a website where games that are just abandoned and never updated
So I'm gonna ask this
go,
question right now.
and they're just free, and because they're
Yeah.
they're
Easier to
pretty
get the
sure that they're not
PS3
going to get sued
emulator
for it because
working
no
or an
one cares.
Xbox emulator working.
Oh well, send me a link.
Will do. Copy.
Post it in the collecting dust.
I don't know if I
general.
I have
will.
files for it. I don't know if it still works.
Dick cord. There we go. Oh, who is this random person that just texted me? How dare you exist?
Your mom.
You're also going to want to grab the no CD patch at the bottom.
Imagine I just sent you an E61 page.
No bueno.
You should have. It would have been based and goated with the sauce.
Yeah, no DVD.
My hip.
Okay.
My with it. Chicken jockey.
No,
Chick.
well, stop. I'm putting you immediately in the doghouse.
Damn. Does that officially
I got that dog at
Does
me.
that officially make her a bitch?
I was already there.
Asking for a friend? What? Bless.
Oh, they've been sneezing all day today, and
Have you been around
Plant.
other people?
I just do that apparently.
well, wondering if there's one plant that I'm allergic to, the whole world, and it's a
I'm
decorative
sorry.
plant.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I sent you Fall of Cybertron. I'm gonna send you the correct one. That's the third game. You're gonna want the first one.
I don't know what that is.
Hold on. Hold
You
on.
trog.
Hold on. Sorry. It's. Yeah, I sent Fall. I'm sorry.
What
I'm
is
sorry.
what is this mystical website?
I guess this is the second one. I think the third one is Fall of the Moon, Dark Side of the Moon. The third one, they were like, we're completely tying it to the Bayverse. And we're done. We're dead. Goodbye.
Huh.
There we go. War for Cybertron. That's the one you want. Download. And no DVD download. Alright, well, I think that's it for this episode. I'm going with the ISO.
Yeah, the ISO is more like the raw files, basically. So you should be able to look at that.
It looks
Playable
like
on PC, right?
it looks like there's also a PhysX driver you're gonna have to download, and if you want 60 FPS, you're gonna have to download that fix. I'm downloading it all right now. I'll put it together later, but Spider-Man Web of Shadows is on here.
Wee.
Wee. Wee. Wee. Wee. Just recording. It could be, if you want. Do you want it to be over? Well, fine. I'll do what you want to do. Oh yeah, the
You
cat
silly goose.
tried to think outside the box.
Rat shit, cat shit.
War for Cybertron.
Well,
Goodbye.
Squibbly toilet or something. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. Squibbly toilet.
That really is. That's cool.